Another day, another story. Welcome to Get Wise. China has one of the longest and most continuous histories in the world. The first dynasty, the Shah, is believed to have existed as early as 2205 BC, and the last, the Qing, was overthrown in 1912. In between, there were many other dynasties, each with its own unique culture and history. The early dynasties of China were largely agricultural societies, but they soon began to develop a sophisticated urban culture. The Shang dynasty, which ruled from 1600 to 1046 BC, was the first to develop a writing system, and it also saw the rise of bronze metallurgy and chariot warfare. The Zhou dynasty, which followed, was a time of great cultural and philosophical development. The Zhou introduced the concept of the mandate of heaven, which held that a ruler's authority was derived from the gods, and they also saw the rise of Confucianism, Taoism, and legalism. The Qin dynasty, which ruled from 221 to 206 BC, was a time of great political and military unification. The Qin emperor, Qin Shi Huang, unified the Chinese writing system, built the Great Wall of China, and standardized weights and measures. However, the Qin dynasty was also a time of great repression, and it was overthrown by the Han dynasty in 206 BC. The Han dynasty was a golden age for China. It was a time of great economic prosperity, and it also saw the expansion of Chinese culture to other parts of Asia. The Han dynasty was also a time of great technological innovation, and it saw the development of paper, printing, and gunpowder. The Tang dynasty, which ruled from 618 to 907 AD, was another golden age for China. It was a time of great cultural and artistic achievement, and it also saw the expansion of Chinese trade and diplomacy to other parts of the world. The Tang dynasty was also a time of great religious tolerance, and it saw the flourishing of Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. The Song dynasty, which ruled from 960 to 1279 AD, was a time of great economic and technological development. The Song introduced the abacus, the compass, and gunpowder, and they also saw the development of new forms of literature and art. The Song dynasty was also a time of great political and military conflict, and it was eventually overthrown by the Mongols. The Yuan dynasty, which ruled from 1271 to 1368 AD, was a time of great cultural and economic exchange. The Mongols brought their own culture and traditions to China, and they also encouraged trade and cultural exchange with other parts of the world. The Yuan dynasty was also a time of great political and military conflict, and it was eventually overthrown by the Ming dynasty. The Ming dynasty, which ruled from 1368 to 1644 AD, was a time of great cultural and economic prosperity. The Ming saw the development of new forms of literature, art, and architecture, and they also saw the expansion of Chinese trade and diplomacy to other parts of the world. The Ming dynasty was also a time of great political stability, and it is often considered to be one of the most successful dynasties in Chinese history. The Qing dynasty, which ruled from 1644 to 1912 AD, was the last dynasty of China. The Qing was founded by the Manchus, who were a minority group from Manchuria. The Qing dynasty saw the expansion of Chinese territory to its greatest extent, and it also saw the introduction of Western technology and ideas. However, the Qing dynasty was also a time of great political and social unrest, and it was eventually overthrown by the Chinese Revolution in 1912. The history of China is a long and complex one, but it is also a history of great achievements. China has made significant contributions to the world in the fields of art, literature, technology, and philosophy. China is also a major economic and political power in the world today, and it is likely to continue to play an important role in the future. In addition to the dynasties listed above, there were many other smaller dynasties and kingdoms that ruled parts of China throughout its history. The history of China is also a history of foreign invasion and conquest. China has been invaded by many different groups, including the Mongols, the Manchus, and the Japanese. However, China has always managed to absorb these invaders and incorporate their culture into its own. The history of China is a vast and complex subject, but it is also a fascinating one. China has a rich and diverse history, and it has made significant contributions to the world. China is a major power in the world today, and it is likely to continue to play an important role in the future.